Hello students, this is Miss Lawson, and we have finally reached the end of the course. The last assignment that you have to do is the PowerPoint capstone project, and I'm going to actually show you the instructions for the project, and I'm going to demonstrate some of the things that are on the project, some of the steps using the start file. This is a fairly long capstone project. There's 30 steps to it, so you have to take your time, read for details, and do a good job. So this is the PowerPoint capstone project directions. So some of them I'm going to do and some of them I'm not going to do because you guys can do some of these on your own. This is your PowerPoint presentation that you're going to be working from. There are actually there are 9 slides in the beginning. You're going to be adding, deleting, adding more slides. So be sure that you look at the end of the directions to make sure you have the number of slides that you're supposed to have. So again, you have to read these directions very carefully. So I'm going to go back to the directions. And the first step, what we're doing a presentation for an online marketing campaign. So the step 1A says change your subtitle, and it gives you the colors. Then you're going to change the subtitle font size. So I don't think you'll have any problems with that. Number 2, slide 1, format the picture by applying the offset center effect from the outer section of the shadow picture effects gallery. And that's a lot of information there. So you're going to click on your picture. Remember, you have to do that to get your picture format toolbar, and you're going to be working with your picture effects, and it tells you which one to look for, so make sure you follow those directions and that you find the correct one that they're asking you to find in the directions. All right, number 3, slide 2, you're going to left align the title. You're going to use the format painter to apply the formatting from A Taste of Home to the other headings. So I'll go and show you that. Slide 2, A Taste of Home. You want to apply those formatting effects to healthy snacks and just for fun. So you click in the word of the text that you want copied, or the formatting that you want copied, I should say. Go to the clipboard, and there's your paintbrush or format painter. Now you're going to use it more than one time, so you need to click on it twice. 1, 2. It should change to I didn't do too good. Change to a paintbrush, and I'm going to go down here and highlight healthy snacks, and then I'm going to highlight just for fun, and it has copied the formatting from A Taste of Home to healthy snacks just for fun, so that everything is a uniform formatting. Now to get rid of the brush, you need to click on the formatting brush again, and well, you do a little bit. My computer wants to freeze sometimes, and I think there it goes. Anyway, you'll be able to tell it when it's not highlighted anymore. So make sure you click the paintbrush off. Okay, so we're moving to slide 5. Step 4, excuse me. With slide 2 still displaying, you're going to resize your picture, and it says use the smart guides to position the picture as shown below. So your picture is going to be to the right of your slide. Now you're going to resize it and follow the directions. I'm not going to do that. But remember, the smart guides show up. They're red dotted lines, so they want you to align it as you see in that picture. Okay. So be careful about that, because it will count off if you don't line up with the smart guides. So number 5, you're still on slide 2. You're going to insert an audio file, and then you're going to modify it. So I'm going to go back to slide 2. I'm going to insert an audio file, and the audio file is in SAM as a support file. Go to Insert, all the way over to the audio on my PC. And once you download it, it will show up when you insert it, it will show up as the audio file. So here it is. They want you to move it up to the top right of your slide. Now I'm going to go back and look at the other steps. You're going to set the audio clip to start automatically. You're going to rewind and then you're going to hide it. So I'm going to go back to the audio clip, play automatically, rewind. So I click here in my audio box, go to playback, and I'm going to start it automatically. Then I'm going to hide it so that when it plays, it will hide. So you won't see it. Okay, so there's your audio sound, and you don't see it when you run your slide, but you will see it up here in the corner. Even if you told it to hide, it won't show during your presentation. Okay, number 6, slide 3, there's no title. They want you to insert a word art text, and they tell you exactly which one to use. So read that carefully. And again, I'm not going to find all these colors and styles. I'm just going to show you how to do it. They tell you what to type in there, and they tell you to apply a transform, to apply the triangle down transform text effect from the warp section. Now that's a mouthful. So there's no title here, so you're going to go to insert your word art, and it tells you which one to choose. And again, I'm not going to choose a specific one. I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to move it down a little bit, and you're going to type our mission. And then you're going to apply the effects that the project steps call for. So I'm not going to do that. But just remember, anytime you're working in your word art, you have to be clicked in it for these formatting options to show up. And again, they want you to use the SMART guides, and so this is what that slide 3 will look like. So if you notice, the SMART guides show up on the example, so make sure they line up like you see here. Number 7, you're going to duplicate slide 3 and then change the title. This is where you have to read carefully, because they have you duplicating, and then they have you they'll eventually have you deleting. So I'm going to go to slide 4, and I'm going to right click on it and choose duplicate file. Okay. And I actually chose the wrong one. I was supposed to duplicate slide 3. So slide 3, right click, duplicate it, and now you'll see it'll be exactly like slide 3. So what you're going to do in the next step, you're going to change the title of the new slide 4. So that's where it gets confusing. You have a slide 3, you duplicate it, so then you have a new slide 4, and you're going to type our values on it, and then you're going to replace the bulleted list. This is number 8 with this information. Okay. Slide 5, you have a title placeholder, and then you have a paper picture on that slide. They want you to send the paper picture to the back of the stacking order, and then they want you to group the paper picture and the title placeholder. So let me demonstrate that. This is something that it's not really done in the textbook. So what they're talking about is up here, you cannot see the words. They're hidden behind that paper. So you want to click in the box that the paper is in. I mean, click in the box of the paper, and you want to go to the picture format, and you're going to go to send backward, and you're going to send it to the back. So now your paper is at the back and you can see the words. Now they want you to group options, and they want you to group the paper. Now we didn't do this in the book when we were doing the grouping and ungrouping. What they're saying, what they want you to do is, like, if you move the paper right now, it moves by itself. What they want you to do is, when you move the paper, they want you to group it so options will move with it. So I'm going to click on options. Now this is the trick to it. You have to hold the control key down to select the paper. So I'm in the option box. I'm going to hold the control key down on my keyboard. Then I'm going to click the paper. Okay. Then I'm going to go up to my shape format here, and I'm going to go to group, and I'm going to group those two. Okay, so now if you notice, I have a big box. They're not separate anymore. Well, they are, but the big box is the one that controls. So now if I move it, it moves both of them. So the key to this is, when you do it, like I said, I don't think we did this in the book specifically. You have to click the option first, hold the control key down on your keyboard, then click the paper, and then go to your format, and you group. And if you have any questions about that, you can send me an email, and I'll be glad to help you. Number 10 with slide 5 still displaying, you're going to modify the cube shape. You're going to copy one of the shapes and paste it on the same slide. You're going to change the text, and then you're going to use the smart guides to position it so that it looks like this slide. So this is on the same slide with the paper and the word options that we grouped. You're going to go down here and copy one of these cubes, and then you're going to paste it at the bottom and type words in it. Okay, 11, slide 6, how it works. You're going to modify the animation on the title text. So slide 6, how it works. You're going to change this animation. So you have to click in this title placeholder box to do that. So it says you're going to change the start setting, change the duration, change the animation direction, and all of that can be found in the animation tab, and you should be able to do everything up here. Just take one at a time and change what the instructions are asking you to change. And remember, you can always view your slide by clicking slideshow from current slide, and it'll show you what the slide's going to look like when you actually run it in your presentation. Okay, number 12, you're going to insert a video. The video is a support file in SAM, so they're going to ask you to insert it, resize it, apply a simple frame black video style. You're going to set it to start automatically, and then rewind it, and then use your smart guides. So I'm going to go to show this video. So I'm going to insert the video. You go all the way over to video from your PC, and this is the video. My internet is really slow. It wasn't even working this morning. So to change formatting and whatnot in your video, make sure you're clicked in it. You'll use the video formatting and the playback. And in this one, you're mainly going to be using the playback. So that is, again, you have to be clicked in your video. You have the video format option, and then you also have playback. So as far as your style, you'll do it here. As far as starting it, playing full screen, etc., those options are located under the playback tab. Okay, so this is what it should look like when you finish it, but remember the animations and the video, you won't be able to see those unless you do full screen. Slide 7, you're going to apply a float in entrance animation to the bulleted list in the right content placeholder. Okay, so this is your right content placeholder. So you're going to change that animation to float in. Okay, in slide 7, you're going to create a multi-level bulleted list. And you did that in the first chapter in PowerPoint. And this was going to be in the placeholder on the left. Number 15, with it still displaying, slide 7, you're going to italicize some words. 16, for slide 7, you're going to enter a slide note. So remember the slide notes go at the bottom. It says click to add notes. You type down here, and they are only for the presenter, and they will not show up when you run your PowerPoint presentation, but you can print them separately to have notes when you're presenting. 17, you're going to delete a placeholder. This would be on the one on the right. So this is slide 8. They want you to delete this placeholder. And again, it's not going to show up when you run your presentation, but there are times you may want to get rid of it to put something else on your slide, so you can delete it. 18, they want you to use a thesaurus, and be careful, they want you to replace the word confections with the first synonym beginning with the letter S. So be careful when you do that one. 19, slide 8 again. They want you to insert a picture file, and they want it to be your background. So it's the Crackers picture file that is in SAM. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to insert a picture. No, excuse me, I did that wrong. I'm going to go to design, and I've got to go to format background. Okay, now if it shows up like this, it's not expanded. So this is something that I forget sometimes because I don't do it enough. But to expand it, you have to click on one of these circles here. So you want to click on the picture or text field to get it to expand. So you want to insert a picture from the file, and it's the Crackers picture. It becomes your background, and they want you to change the transparency. I forgot what it was, but I'm going to you want to make it lighter so you can see your text. So just remember, you have to click in the circle to make the picture or text field expand so you can insert your picture. Okay, 20, you're going to delete slide 9. 21, after slide 8, there's going to be a new slide 9 using the picture with caption layout. And they tell you what to type in the title placeholder here and here. So when you do that, see, I'm just gonna leave slide 9 in there, but I'm gonna show you when you insert a new slide, they want you to choose the picture with caption, which is the very last one. So it looks something like that. So slide. Okay, I'm lost here. Okay, 22. You're still on slide 9. They want you to change the slide layout to section header. And so we're going to kind of we're not going to undo what we did, but we're going to change it. So you're going to go to slide and you're going to make it section header. Now it looks like it didn't change much, but it does affect what your text looks like on your screen. So they're going to have you change the font of the title text, which remember you type the text up above it in a one of the tasks above. Then you're going to format the picture of the cookies by adding a border, changing the color of the border, and we did that actually back in Word. So with slide 9 still displaying, you're going to insert a shape to the right of the word new. Okay, so shapes are, and I'm actually, mine's not exactly with the directions because I have not done all of them. So to insert a shape, you just click insert and you go over to shapes, and it was a star, I believe, and I don't even remember, 5-pointed star, I think. So you remember you got to draw it. Okay, and then once you have drawn your shape, make sure you clicked in it and the format options show up, because they're going to have you format your star by applying a style. Then you're going to resize it, and then you have to reposition it on your slide. So it should look like this when you get done. 28, you're going to apply the split transition, the duration of 0.1 seconds to all the slides in the presentation. So the transitions are different than the animations. Transitions are how you move from one slide to another. You're going to apply the split to all, not just for one, and you're going to change the duration. So that should apply to all of them. So again, if you want to see if it works, just run your presentation. And I just did that one slide, but it should actually apply to all of them. And you're going to, 29, you're going to find each instance of the word personalize and replace it with the word custom. And remember that to do that, you want to go to the Home tab, and rather than choosing find, you're going to choose replace, because in this one you're going to find, you tell it what to find, and then you tell it what to replace it with. And lastly, you're going to check your spelling. This is number 30. And it shows you, this is the slide sorter view. This is what your presentation should look like. So I would look at this when you finish to make sure that you have the number of slides you're supposed to have, and that they're in the order that they're in here. Because again, they have you adding, deleting, moving slides around. So check that just to as a way to check behind yourself. Well, good luck on the capstone for PowerPoint. I think you'll do well. You just have to take your time. You can't rush through it because there's so many details that you have to apply to the presentation. So if you have any questions, just let me know. If you do it once and you don't do well, don't do it again. If you have a major issue, just email me and I'll help you with it. All right, thanks.